Hey everybody, I hope you can hear me. Um, I've been told to get on here and speak out. So I am. I've got some crap going on in my life. I was a caregiver for an elderly man, and 2 days ago I went and spent the night out with a friend of mine, and he called me every 5 minutes. And when I got home, he flipped out on me, said I stole his pills or some crap like that. Anyways, I left, and now he's stalking me. He came to my hotel room and wouldn't leave, banging on the door and trying to get in. I had to call the cops. I should go get a restraining order on him. Now he's blowing up my phone. He's a Scorpio. Um, he's 71 years old. And I thought he was a friend of mine too. Anyways, I'm pretty sure my family stole my inheritance. My sister and my son, my oldest, live in Texas. She's a Scorpio and he's a Pisces. Other way around. He's a Sagittarius and she's a Pisces. And she's married to a lawyer. Well, she was married. They're divorced now. I'm pretty sure I have something going on in court and that I don't know about it. I've looked it up, but God told me don't worry about it. You know it'll come. I'm kind of nervous saying all this stuff. I'm pretty sure I've been watched since I was a baby and tortured. I remember certain things, but I was brainwashed, like real deal military brainwash. I do remember that. So was my sister. So was my mama. My mama and my daddy are dead supposedly. Um, I have a really weird family in South Carolina on my mama's side. They're all into witchcraft and Freemasons and just black magic. They say they're Southern Baptists, but I know growing up learning spells and just different things. I remember one time I was at my aunt's house. We all used to have like dinner every Saturday night. The Saturday night meeting in the family room. The kids had to go outside or either go play. I remember having to shell beans and stuff like that. But I remember one night my aunt came out and said, "Pick your chicken, pick the best one, of your favorite." And I was like, "Okay, so I'm going out for the chickens." And I'm like, find the one I like, and I name him Fred. Of course, some crap like that, I don't know. But anyways, I came in there and she's like, "Well, let's go get him." So we go out there, just me and her. And she grabs the chicken by its neck and like swings it around her head, like broke its neck. Like slings it around like a helicopter. And then she puts it on like a stump and chops its head off. The chicken starts running everywhere, and I thought that was a lie that somebody don't that don't really happen, but it really does happen. Anyways, so we had it for dinner. She kept looking at me all smiling and stuff like that. "How do you like the chicken?" Anyways, they used to all get medications, and they all it was 5 sisters and 2 brothers. My mama was a twin. Aunt, I don't say the name, but my aunt's still alive, and she's got 2 kids. One who's my cousin, he's a boy. He lives here in Charleston, and my other one, she's a girl. She lives in Mississippi. But they used to split their medications up on the table, like smoking weed and stuff like that. And they used to drink this weird tea, And I tried to sip on my mama's all the time, and she'd give it to me. And all the kids would have to take medicine to go to sleep, or they made like chocolate milk and cookies, and they had like a pill on the side, especially for our sciences. So we hadn't go to sleep. And I just remember getting up sometimes and candles would be lit all over the place. And my mom and my aunt would be sitting down on like Indian style on the floor in front of the TV, just talking with pictures out and stuff like that. Anyways, that was a little bit of my childhood that I remember. I also remember when I was like really young, we lived in Germany. My sister was born there. I don't remember a lot, but I remember they had parties in like a basement, and there was like this old man, and that they all like, he was like the leader, like everybody would like make all the food and try to please him, and he sat like in the chair, and everybody like kind of like sit around him and stuff. And I remember having to line up with a couple of the little girls in my panties, and I don't remember too much happening about that, but just little tidbits of things I remember. I remember one night I went and slept with my sister because I was scared, and my mama had a friend over, her best friend, and We were just laying there. My sister was like, "Stop shaking the bed." And I wasn't shaking the bed. And she was like, "Stop shaking the bed." And I was like, crying. I was like, "I'm not shaking the bed." She's like, "Stop shaking the bed." Anyways, I went to get up. We were like one, two, three, because we figured out, nobody's shaking the bed. And we got out the bed, and somebody jumped out from underneath the bed and scared the shit out of us. It was my mama's best friend, and they were all laughing and laughing and laughing. I peed my pants, and I was crying, and I don't know, just little things like that. They would laugh at me for scaring me. And school, I had to move schools because one of the girls, she was a big black girl, and I thought she was my friend, but anyway, she picked on me so bad that I flipped out at school, and I remember being on like a gurney in the office, and it was like everybody looking at me in the like school office, and I don't know, just weird stuff like that. I have more to tell you, but what's going on right now with the old man? Okay, so I lived in an apartment with him for about 3 months, and I was very grateful because I normally have to live in a hotel room. Since me and my boyfriend broke up, it's been about 5 years ago. I've been homeless. I just can't seem to get it together or get enough money to get my own apartment. My youngest son lives here now. He was going to Columbia, USC, but I guess he couldn't handle the work, and now he's home. I never see him. I never see my children anymore. They're grown. He's 21, and my oldest is 26. Anyway, all my life, I've had to depend on my sister since my father died in 1992, and then my mother was, she wasn't really giving like that. Um, so I'd have to call my sister for everything, and I went to live with her, and she lived in Atlanta, and of course I have alcohol and addiction problems back then. I've always had them since then. So they put me in rehab a couple times, and I'd do good for a little while, and then my kids were with her, or they were the grandmothers that lived in Sumter. That's where my hometown is, and they put me in the state mental hospital in Texas one time, and I believe this is when all the paperwork went down. They were trying to lock me up and keep me there. Of course I had some mental problems. I thought I was crazy. I've always thought this, but they let me out. You know, I got clean for a while, and I moved back to South Carolina, where my youngest son's daddy was, and that's a whole different story. So he could be closer to him. And I stayed clean for about 5 or 6 years. And then I met the fake DM, I think it's what it's called now. And I was in love with him. Oh my God, I still am for some stupid ass reason. He's beautiful. But he's so cut off. No feelings, just black or white. I don't know. I think I love him because he's so beautiful, or for some reason. But we went through some shit, and now we're broken up. And I've seen him like 3 times in the 5 years that we've been broken up. We just, fucked and got it over with. And, I started listening to these tarot card readings online. I just kind of caught one. And they're talking about a story that sounds kind of like mine. So I kept listening to them, and I'm damned if every single one of them aren't right. And then I heard one of them, and they're talking names. And they say every single name I've ever had in my life. I used to work at a hotel restaurant whenever me and the DM were together. And before that, for years. And they said every single name of these people that I worked with, and every single name I had in my childhood, every single name in my high school, every single name that I know. It just seems like every single name, they went against me. It seems like everybody in my whole life has gone against me. Um, I'm not sure what's going on now, but there's people watching me. I can tell they're out there, and I feel like I'm being watched all the time. Even when I lived with that old man, I felt like there was cameras in the house. I took down all the light bulbs and all the fire alarms and replaced them. I feel like I'm like a reality TV star. I feel like somebody's like playing me on TV. for everyone to see all the time. Um, Going back, I lived with a guy who was my best friend. I thought he's an older guy too, of course. Being on the streets, you meet people like that. And I moved in with him and his sister. And his sister was sick, supposedly. She was pretty young. She was like 60 something. But she got really, really sick for some reason. She fell, supposedly, and then she couldn't do anything. The day before, she was talking and everything. And so I had to help take care of her. She's in bed. She couldn't really move, couldn't really talk. But, I fed her and stuff that he made because he cooked really good. And the next thing you know, she's dead. So there's that. And then I started seeing things in that house, like things moving around, like everything, even like towels or like curtains, and everything looked like a face on it. Like I don't know, it's hard to explain. Like Toy Story almost. Everything looked kind of weird, and it was moving. I swear it was moving, and I kept telling him, and he's like thinking I'm crazy, and I tell people to come over, and they're thinking I'm crazy, And so I started thinking I was crazy too. This happened for about 6 months, and he was never home. I was left in that house by myself for about 6 months with these things. I called them the critters. I was so scared. But I left and started staying in the hotel again. And I don't know, just things go wrong every single day. I can't pay my rent. I'm crying. I'm calling people trying to get my rent. I had to call my sister all the time for her to send me money, begging and begging. I've even had to call my kids. But, anyways, I went to live with that old man. And now that happened. So I'm pretty sure I need to go get a restraining order against him. I'm pretty sure he's still following me. I'm pretty sure he knows where I live. And I look out in the parking lot, and there's like random cars just sitting there, the same ones I saw before. Anyhow, they stole my inheritance, I guess, when I was younger. And they've been spending my money ever since. And everything's gone wrong for me ever since I can remember. Everybody's always hated me. Nobody's ever really liked me, and I thought they did. But everybody always, sometimes, they try to help somebody and try to be their friend, generally try to be their friend, caring about these people. And then they stab you in the back. So I don't have any friends. I'm totally out here by myself. Like, I really don't have anybody to call. I'm scared to call my sister. I'm scared to call my kids. Because I have to choose a side. Don't know who to speak up to. I don't know who to tell. Nobody's going to believe anything I say. But God is calling me. I have to step into my purpose. I've noticed I do have some kind of psychic powers. Like I can, everything I've ever thought in my whole entire life, even if it's outlandish, is the truth. Like I used to tell people my daddy was an alien and my mother was a succubus. That she killed people, and I am too, but I don't kill people, through like, kissing or like oral sex or something like that, suck their soul out. That's what people used to think, they think I'm a whore. Which I don't even care what anybody thinks anymore. I don't. They've hurt me so bad they can't hurt me anymore. Everybody's talking shit about me, saying that I have HIV and that I'm a CI and I'm a whore, I'm on drugs. And, I've tried to speak out a little bit about it with like my son, laughing about it, I'm going to have money pretty soon and going to court and stuff. And he acts all weird about it. And it kind of sucks that my kids are in on it. But I know they are. Anyways, I don't have anybody. I'm supposed to stay in this positive energy. It's so flipping hard because I don't have anybody. I'm here by myself. I'm out here by myself and nothing. I couldn't even take my clothes with me when I left that old man's house. I've got like 3 bathing suits and a skirt. One pair of flip-flops, Making money off of people that want to come talk to me. Because I know things. So if anybody wants to come talk to me, and donate some money to me so I can have a place to stay, that would be awesome. I don't really have a cash app or anything set up on here like everybody else, but I have a guy who lives in Oregon, and he supposedly is in love with me too. But I kind of got a feeling he's in on it, which the old man is too. But I mean, I'm being called to leave, and he wants me to come there, but I'm not sure if I need to go there. It is so scary to learn how to trust God and just don't worry about nothing. How can I not worry about anything when I don't have any money for my room the next day? Sometimes he doesn't show up. Then what do you do? I know he's here for me. I know I have angels surrounding me. There's no way I'm still alive. Going back, my friend, his sister died. He used to cook all the time. He's a really, really good cook. But I'd go to sleep, and I'd wake up dreaming about things that happened. And I'm pretty sure that they really all did happen. Everybody, they put me to sleep all the time. I'm under spiritual warfare. Not as bad anymore, but it used to be so bad that I'd be screaming the Lord's Prayer in a hotel room. I feel like falling around, like I can't keep my balance or like getting pushed around. I have a finger that will not bend back up because I fell so hard slamming around the room. You know, I know you probably think I am crazy, but there's cops watching me all the time. There's people outside watching me all the time. And I don't know who to go to tell you this to. I've looked into it and I can't find anything. My computer's being hacked. Every time I try to look up something, it says, this site can't be seen or something like that. Nobody will probably listen to this and probably getting blocked as we speak because I think there's somebody working on YouTube that won't let my videos out. Um, I haven't really talked to my ex in a while. Last time I talked to him, he came over to the old man's house, and of course we fucked and stuff. And I told him, I said, did you get any paperwork in the mail for me or anything? Have you seen anything? Just trying to see something. He's like, no. Why? I said, I think somebody stole my money. And I told him all this stuff, and he just kind of didn't say anything. And the look on his face I've never seen before. He was just like totally blank. And I haven't spoken to him since. There's all kinds of things I could tell you. I'm all over the place, you guys. I'm really sorry. But if anybody hears this, if anybody's got any suggestions or, if anybody can teach me or guide me or tell me a place that I can go stay, any kind of, I don't care what it is. I can make some money. I can pay. I'm a hard worker. I'm not the best looking thing in the world, but somehow, everybody seems to fall in love with me and then they hate me. I try so hard to be a good person to people. I love God so much, and I never really even knew about Him until like 6 months ago. I didn't believe in anything. And now that I know He's here, He's everything to me. All I want to do is make Him proud. And I'm not sure how to step into what He wants me to step into. I have no one. All I do is sit in my hotel room and cry. I really need some guidance. I really need a friend. Of course, nobody's watching this. I don't really know how to make a platform video kind of thing, to make it look good like everybody else's. I've had a couple tarot card readings from people on YouTube, and I'm pretty sure they hate me too, or don't believe me. I really, 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 really hope somebody hears this. If anybody can give me advice about how to, how to make a video look good enough to people to watch. Um, I'll keep you posted on what's going on. If anybody hears this, just pray for me. We'll just call me, I don't know, call me anything you want to call me. God calls me Missy. Have a good night.